G'day and welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to have a look at this Tamiya Mitsubishi Pajero, kit number 58044, so number 44 of the Tamiya RC production. Anyway, as you might know, this was basically along the lines of the Lunchbox, Midnight Pumpkin, things like that, only it does have a unique chassis. It's the only car that uses this chassis, so which is a bit of a problem as we'll get into the video. So as you can see, it does look pretty good overall. Showing signs of age, of course. The tyres are cracking up and things like that. But it's overall not too bad. So we'll crack the lid open and have a bit of a gander underneath. So these bodies kind of hook under at the front. So you got to lift it up. There we go. So we'll look at the body first, check that out. And it all looks pretty good. It's not broken, so to speak. The window's all intact, so that's good. One thing I did notice, the little mount at the front there, if you can see that, I actually had to cut a little bit out myself because it was going to break the front of the chassis. Yeah, they have a little lip, and basically this front part, the body kind of slips over that, and then that lip sits down behind this one to kind of lock it on there. But I think, I'm not 100% sure whether this is starting to crack or whether it's already broken off and been glued. It's very hard to tell. Anyway, I don't want to put too much stress on that. So yeah, there's our body. Looks pretty good. I would say, looking at these holes, or these dimples in the top, the screws that went through were either over tightened or they were a little bit too long. So I'll sort them out and fill up the holes there. There's a hole on the front there I'll probably fill up. And yeah, just doesn't appear to have been painted. Only the bonnet and the wheel arches have been painted. But I'll strip that off and strip the decals and stuff off and hopefully give it a nice paint job. So that's the body. Now chassis wise, basically they have a grasshopper gearbox. Feels okay. Feels like it's got bearings in it too, but we'll see. The front wheels don't have bearings in, they're just bushes. But we'll change it all to bearings. Yeah, now the unique chassis, as you know, the Lunchbox, the Pumpkin and that, the shock mounts at the front are quite a bit higher and things like that. So there's a few differences there. This one, it's been broken at the sides, I think, so they could fit a 7.2 battery in there, don't know. And there's a bit of a break at the front, I guess they have wires hanging out there. So since the chassis is unique to this car, it's kind of hard to find. I looked on eBay earlier and there's one on there for 225, I think it was US dollars. Yeah, you can keep that, buddy. So I'll just make do with this one. I will run it anyway, so it's not going to be like a shelf queen or whatever. And as you can see, it's got some old Futaba radio in there. And speed controller, I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it looks like a... looks almost like a Hobby Wing 1060, but it's not. It's something else. Actually, I'll get that tube out of the way. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, so what I'll do now, I'll just strip it down, see what it needs. I'm pretty sure the gears and stuff are going to be okay. As you can see, it's also got grasshopper. I think they're the same, but grasshopper shocks. So that's pretty cool. The front suspension or shock shafts there, you can see, are quite rusty. I think I can replace them with grasshopper ones, which I have, so that'll be good. If not, paint them or whatever. As I said, it's not going to be a shelf queen. I just want to fix it up so it looks how it was back in the day, or close to it. The wheels and tyres, I've actually ordered some from Tony's Tamiya Ltd. Used to be called Tony's Tamiya Parts. But I've got them, you know, they're just the same as a Brat, the wheels and tyres, so that's all good. Yeah, because these are, whoops, they're split on the inside, but as you can see, they're all cracked up. So yeah, very good. So yeah, I'll replace them. It's got a black Tamiya Sport Tune motor in there, if you can see that. So I'll keep that in there, no problem. Might be a little bit much for this car actually. They're not the best to drive. So I've got the wheelie bar on the back. I'm pretty sure that's a standard one. That's good. The wheel's kind of flat in some spots. Ah well. So I'll probably take, I'll leave that, if the servo works, I'll leave it in there. If the ESC works, I'll leave that as well. But the receiver I'll take out and I'll swap it for a, either a Fly Sky or a Futaba, whatever. Something 2.4 gigahertz, just so I can run it without any issues. One thing I do need for the body is the lights. It's missing the lights off the top. So I did order some from Tony's Tamiya Ltd. Same with the wheels and tyres. So they're off the Montero. That should be good. Yeah, so I'll rip it open and see what we need, if there's anything else we need. I'll get some decals from MCI Decals. That'll be pretty good. So this resto might take a while. It's not going to happen overnight because I need parts and whatever. Yeah, well, the only thing I'm not going to replace is the chassis at $225. But yeah, it'll happen when it happens. Alrighty, I'll give it a bit of a strip down and see what else we need. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've got it all stripped down now. Took the best part of about 5 minutes. Okay, so there's our parts all laid out. And as you can tell, being so closely related to a grasshopper, there's really not much to it. Here's a few things I will replace, like the wheels and tyres, of course. The rear shocks, got those little pins through them, because the top's obviously popped off. So I'll replace them. I'm pretty sure they're grasshopper, same as grasshopper, so I'll use some grasshopper shocks. And you can see here they used double springs in the front. I'm not sure if that's right, I need to check the manual, but I think it only had one set of springs in it. Anyway, we'll get that right, put the right ones in. And we've got our little Sport Tune motor there. The gearbox looks pretty good. It's got a few scrapes and stuff on the bottom, but that happens. The gears all look good. And so we've taken the bushings out of it, of course, and we'll replace that with bearings. Replace all of those with bearings. So our little receiver, I've taken that out, and I've taken all the radio gear out. So yeah, as I say, I'll test the servo. If the servo is good, we'll use that. And the ESC, again, if that's good, I'll use that. So the body looks good, there's no problems there. That's all good. So that shouldn't be too hard. And the window, pretty happy with that. At least it's all in one piece. So that's good. Our roll cage, naturally, has really got no damage. I don't think it really had too many rollovers. So that's also good. Spare wheel, of course. Now our chassis. I've been trying to look at the front. It feels loose, like it has been glued there and it's coming loose. I don't know, maybe I'll make a little bracket or something under it. Try and strengthen it up a little bit. I don't plan on, having any accidents with the car, but it happens. But yeah, I just don't want that to break off. So I'll probably get some plastic or something and make the sides of these how they should be again, so I can put a little lipo or something in the back. I mean, I can still put the radio, there's plenty of room in there. I can put the radio inside and still have a small lipo or something. Yeah, but we'll work that out in the next video. Underneath it all looks pretty good. So that's about it. We've got all our screws and stuff there. There's a few odd screws that I need to swap for proper ones. But other than that, they're all there. Might change the bottoms of these, the bottoms of the shock. Same as grasshopper again, because they felt like they're almost stripped. So I'll replace those. So that's about it. Should be a pretty simple restoration, I think. And yeah, it should be fun to drive. So naturally we'll get it out, pop a few wheelies and that. Anyway, so I'll go get onto this and start ordering parts, cleaning the body, cleaning the chassis, and catch you on the next video.